अभी बची रह गई है सर और so good morning to you students. My voice is clear to everyone. Sonakshi Shrivastava, clear? Okay. So what was the last topic which we have studied? Can anyone tell please? Yes, Misty?
Miss, we have studied about no.
Indicators, I think we have completed.
Yes, Miss, we have completed the indicators, the color changes of the indicators,
Okay.
and the utility of the indicators.
I think we have completed.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. So today we'll start the next topic and the last topic of the chapter, that is salt. See, the most common thing, what is salt? Any compound which is formed by neutralization. All these are the basic terms which we have studied earlier also in class 8, class 7, 9 as well. But here we have to study it in detail, that is classification of salt, maybe the normal one, maybe the acidic one, basic one, double salt, mixed salt. Yes, guys. So just we have started the types of salt, that is normal salt, acidic salt, basic salt, double salt, mixed salt, complex salt. All these are the different types of salt which we have to study. But in this mixed salt and complex salt, these two salts are not included in your syllabus. So please avoid these things. But the four type of salt which we have to study it in detail. Now, as I told you, the salt is formed by the neutralization reaction. So definitely neutralization reaction takes place in between acid and base. Suppose taking example HCl and sodium hydroxide, NaOH. NaOH is base because it contains hydroxyl ion, and hydrochloric acid is acid because it contains H plus ion as well. Clear? When it dissolve or when it ionize acid and base, it produces H plus as well as hydroxyl ion. And along with this, exchange of radicals takes place in between acid and base. Final product will be common salt, that is NaCl, along with byproduct, that is H2O. Okay? Point which we have studied earlier also, always in neutralization reaction, the byproduct is H2O. Clear to everyone? But see here, just here I have considered HCl, that is monobasic. Monobasic means having tendency to produce only one H plus ion. One molecule of HCl having tendency to produce only one H plus ion. So this one is monobasic acid. Clear? Here sodium hydroxide, monoacidic base, because having tendency to produce only one hydroxyl ion. Clear? Now suppose here only change the acid, that is dibasic, H2SO4. Now this H2SO4 is having tendency to produce 2H plus ion. Why? Because it contains two hydrogen atom in a molecule. Now if two hydrogen ions is produced by sulfuric acid, definitely the salt form, that is sodium sulfate. Clear? Exchange of radicals takes place and the salt form, that is sodium sulfate, along with byproduct, that is H2O. So when such type of reaction takes place, where whatever the number of hydrogen ion is, that is replaced by the basic radical. Basic radical means positively charged particles. Clear? Sodium hydroxide will produce sodium ion, that is Na plus ion, because sodium will lose one electron. The outermost shell of sodium, only one electron is present now. So definitely it will lose. Sodium is basic one. So this hydrogen is replaced by the basic radical of bases. Clear? Now, when such type of reaction takes place, the salt form is of normal type, normal salt. So from these discussion, we can conclude that a salt is formed by the partial or the complete replacement of or complete displacement of replaceable hydrogen ion present in acid. Always hydrogen ion present in acid only. So salt is formed by partial or the complete replacement of hydrogen ion in acid, either by metallic ions or any basic radical. In place of sodium here, in place of sodium may be ammonium, NH4 plus. We have discussed how ammonium ions are formed, that is to coordinate bond. So in place of sodium, it may be ammonium. It's not necessary always that only metallic hydroxide. Any basic hydroxide having tendency to exchange ion with the acid, which is having acidic property, that is by producing H plus ion in ionic form. Okay. Now, see, one reaction is given in your book on page number 48. Definition of salt in that only. When sodium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is having two hydrogen atoms in it. So it will replace two hydrogen ion. Now, when sodium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid and if partial displacement or partial replacement takes place, at that time It forms sodium bisulfate, that is NaHSO4. Clear? Clear? Now, second reaction is given, that is again sodium hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, formation of sodium sulfate. Now, see, in both the reaction, always there is replacement. Okay, one is in the first reaction partial replacement, and in the second reaction there is complete replacement of hydrogen ion from acid. Okay, but sodium hydroxide is based on sulfuric acid is acid only, so neutralization takes place and the salt form that is of two different type. The first salt, that is NaHSO4, that is acidic salt. Why it is so? Because it contains hydrogen in it. And the other salt which is formed, that is sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. It does not contain any hydrogen ion. So Na2SO4 is normal salt. Clear? And wherever replacement takes place, always there is byproduct, that is water molecule. As I told you earlier also, when neutralization reaction takes place, always byproduct is water only. Clear to everyone? Sure? Now see, question may arises, salt is ionic compound or covalent? Question may arise that salt is ionic compound or covalent? Justify your answer. So generally salt is an ionic compound because it dissociates to yield positive as well as negative radicals. See an example, NaCl, common salt. Common salt, that is NaCl. Now when we dissolve this common salt in water, it will ionize in Na plus and Cl minus. Clear? Na plus and Cl minus. And both are opposites, so definitely having tendency of attraction, that is interionic force of attraction takes place in between the ions, and thus formation of sodium chloride molecules takes place. Is that clear? Now, the next salt, that Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. This one is also normal salt because it does not contain any hydrogen. Does not contain any hydrogen atom. So this one is a normal salt, and when this normal salt dissolves in water, it also forms two different type of ions. One is positive, the other one is negative. 2 Na plus and 1 SO4 2 minus sulfate ion. Clear? So always the salt which is formed by neutralization or when acid reacts with base, the salt formed is ionic in nature because it dissociates to yield one positive ion and the other negative ion. Is that clear? Clear to everyone? Now see, classification. In classification, the different type of salt we have to study, but first we'll compare in between acidic salt as well as normal salt. So acidic salt, that is NaHSO4. NaHSO4 is acidic salt because it contains hydrogen in it. So this acidic salt is formed by partial replacement. Clear? Acidic salt is formed by partial replacement, whereas normal salt is formed by complete replacement. Now the question arises, replacement of what? In an acid, hydrogen is present. So partial replacement of hydrogen or complete replacement of hydrogen ions. Is that clear? When partial replacement of hydrogen ion takes place, it leads to formation of acidic salt. Example, the first reaction which is given in your book on page number 48, that is sodium hydroxide plus H2SO4 gives NaHSO4 along with H2O. Clear? Partial replacement. Next one is normal salt, that is formed by the complete replacement of hydrogen ion. Second reaction given in your book. Is that clear to everyone? Now, How does acidic salt generally prepared? Preparation of acidic salt. In this case, always here H2SO4 and NaOHSO. If these two will react with each other, NaHSO4 along with water molecule. Neutralization reaction, because byproduct is water. NaHSO4 is the final product. Why it is so? Because partial replacement of hydrogen ion takes place. Why this partial replacement? Why not complete? Because of insufficient base. Clear? Because of insufficient base. Amount of base is very less in comparison to acid. So there is formation of sodium bisulfate, that is NaHSO4. Clear? What about normal salt? If there is sufficient amount of acid as well as base. Clear? When sufficient amount of acid as well as base is present, then we'll get the salt, that is normal salt. And the name of the salt which is formed with this reaction is Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate. Any doubt till here? One more point of difference in between, that acidic salt contains replaceable hydrogen in it. Acidic salt. See here, NaHSO4 is acidic salt. It contains hydrogen atom. So definitely when it comes in contact with sufficient amount of base, definitely it replaces hydrogen ion from the given salt. But what about Na2SO4? It does not contain any hydrogen ion. So definitely no reaction. Clear? When this Na2SO4 comes in contact with base, no reaction. The reason is it does not contain any hydrogen ion in it. Clear? So 3 points of difference we have studied in between acidic salt as well as normal salt. Acidic salt formed by partial replacement of hydrogen ion, whereas normal salt formed by complete replacement. Second point, in preparation, method of preparation. We need to prepare salt. So for that, two basic components required. One is acid, the other one is base. Clear? But amount of acid and base may vary. Suppose we are having H2SO4 and sodium hydroxide. If the base is insufficient, is less amount, then we will get acidic salt along with byproduct, that is water. But if both are in sufficient amount, they will react to form normal salt. Third point of difference which we have studied, that acidic salt contain replaceable hydrogen in it. NaHSO4 is there, no? Acidic salt. So it contains hydrogen atom. So having tendency to produce H plus ion. Whereas Na2SO4 is a normal salt. It does not contain any hydrogen atom in it, so it will not ionize, or if it will ionize, then it will not produce H plus ion. Is that clear? Clear to everyone? So next is fourth point is also very important, and from this point may you get reasoning type question. Like, why acidic salt exhibit little bit similar property with acid? Because it contains hydrogen ion. It contains replaceable hydrogen atom in it, or hydrogen ion is replaced. Okay. Whereas normal salt does not exhibit similarities in property with acid because it does not contain hydrogen. Whatever the reason, that totally based on the hydrogen ion present in the salt. Clear to everyone? Now see on page number 48, only one table is given, that is the name of acid and the acid salt. HNO3 is there, HCl, acetic acid, carbonic acid, sulfurous acid, sulfuric acid, and phosphoric acid. Now with this, what type of salt will get? So acid salt is not found but generally because it contains only one hydrogen atom with nitric acid, with hydrochloric acid, with acetic acid. Now the question arises, acetic acid whose molecular formula is CH3COOH. It contains 4 hydrogen atom. It contains 4 hydrogen atom. So it may replace 4 H plus ion, but only hydrogen is replaced, which is associated with oxygen atom, ionizable. The hydrogen which is attached with the carbon atom, they will not ionize in acidic medium. Clear? Clear to everyone? Now see, the normal salt is formed by the acid which contain either 1 hydrogen or 2 hydrogen or 3 hydrogen atom. Only the condition is the amount of base is sufficient. Okay. Now moving towards the next type, that is basic salt. As we have discussed about the acidic salt, it means acidic salt contain hydrogen atom. But what about basic? Just opposite. It contains hydroxyl. OH ion, it contains hydroxyl. So basic salts are generally formed by the partial replacement of hydroxyl radicals of diacidic or triacidic base. Diacidic, triacidic means calcium hydroxide. It contains 2 hydroxyl ion. OH 4 twice. Calcium hydroxide is base. OH 4 twice are written means it contains 2 hydroxyl ions. Suppose the next one is writing aluminum hydroxide. Here OH 4 thrice. Clear? So it contains 3 hydroxyl ion. Okay. Now question arises, hydroxyl ion is negatively charged particle, means acidic radical. So definitely this acidic radical is attached with some basic radical. In case of calcium hydroxide, 2 acidic radical is present, means 2 OH ion is present, but only 1 basic radical, that is calcium, because the valency of calcium is 2. How? Because we'll write configuration 2, 8, 8, 2, outermost shell only 2 electrons, so definitely having tendency to lose. Okay. Same thing with the aluminium also, the valency of aluminium is 3. So 3 OH ion is attached with aluminium. Clear? Now this calcium hydroxide contains hydroxyl ion 2 in number. So generally we'll consider diacidic base. Clear? Aluminium hydroxide contains 3 hydroxyl ion, triacidic base. If I'm writing NaOH is also base, but it contains only 1 hydroxyl ion. So this one is monoacidic base, this one is diacidic, this one is triacidic. Clear? Now, as I told you that basic salts are formed by the partial replacement of hydroxyl radical. Partial replacement. So this partial replacement is not possible with monoacidic base. It's not possible with monoacidic base. Why it is so? Because it contains only 1 hydroxyl. So definitely the reaction takes place with acid, formation of NaCl along with H2O takes place. With this monoacidic base always will get normal salt. with monoacidic base or monobasic acid, if such type of reaction takes place, always will get carbon salt. But with diacetic base, it will get result that is OH and chlorine. This type of salt, that is calcium in bracket hydroxyl ion, then chloride. Okay. So this salt contains hydroxyl ion in it, thus considered as basic salt. This one is trihydroxyl, means triacidic base. When reaction takes place with triacidic base, then get product that is aluminium, OH, twice, along with chlorine. Now this salt contains 2 hydroxyl ion in it. This salt contains 2 hydroxyl ion in it. It means this one is basic salt. Clear? Take it another example. Suppose we are having base copper hydroxide. OH twice. Clear? When reaction takes place with nitric acid, HNO3. When reaction takes place with nitric acid, will get product that is OH along with byproduct that is water, H2O. Now the salt formed is basic copper nitrate salt. Basic copper nitrate salt. Suppose in place of HNO3 we are using HCl. You get another salt that is copper in bracket OH and then Cl. The name of this salt is basic copper chloride. Clear? Basic copper nitrate. Here we are not using the term that is cupric or cuprous on the basis of valency because the medium is basic and it contains hydroxyl ion in it. Clear? So we'll write the name basic copper nitrate and basic copper chloride. From this, we conclude that any salt which contain hydroxyl ion in it, all that salts are considered as basic salt. Clear? Basic salts are generally formed with the help of diacidic base or triacidic base. With monoacidic base, always there is formation of normal salt. Clear? Now the name of the salt, it contains hydroxyl ion in it. So we'll write for hydroxyl ion that is basic medium. We'll write only basic copper nitrate. And for this, we'll write basic copper chloride. Clear? We will not use the term that is cuprous or cupric on the basis of valency because their medium is basic. Clear? Clear to everyone? This is all about your basic salt. Okay? Main question arises difference between normal salt and basic salt. So normal salt is formed by complete replacement of hydrogen ion and basic salt formed by partial replacement of hydroxyl ion. Clear? In preparation, sufficient amount of acid and base is required for normal salt. And in case of basic salt, insufficient amount of acid. Clear? The condition is insufficient acid. Okay? Now, we have discussed earlier that normal salt does not exhibit any properties of acid. But what about basic? Basic salt exhibit only the properties of bases because of presence of hydroxyl ion. Clear? Now, few references are given, that is double salt, mixed salt and complex salt. all these salts are not included in your syllabus, but you must know what does actually it means. So double salt is formed by mixing two different simple salt, and we'll proceed the process, that is crystallization. Crystallization we have studied earlier. So any salt which contain two simple salt in it, like alum, Mohr salt, you all have seen Mohr salt, ferrous ammonium sulfate, which contain water in it, physically combined water. So any salt which contain physically combined water, that means it is in the form of crystal. Any salt which contain physically combined water, that is in the form of crystal. I think we have discussed one example, copper sulfate dot 5H2O, blue in color. CuSO4.5H2O, that is blue in color. We have discussed when we raise the temperature, whatever the number of water molecule present, that get evaporated, and the change in color will observe, that is blue to white. So the molecules which is evaporated, that water molecule is physically combined with CuSO4. Now the question may arise is how we'll conclude that the water is physically combined or chemically combined. If any salt like CuSO4.5H2O, we are using dot while writing H2O, it means that is physically combined. And take an example, glucose. Glucose also contains water in it. C6H12O6, that is chemically combined. Clear? If water molecule is indicated by giving dot, that means physically combined water. And if it is present in the molecule itself, that is chemically combined. Clear? Example is washing soda, Na2CO3.10H2O. 10 molecules which is physically combined. What about sugars? C12H22O11, that also contain water molecule, but that is chemically combined. Clear to everyone? Sure. Now, such type of salt which is generally in which two simple salts are generally undergoing chemical combination, that type of salt is considered as double salt. You just learn the definition. Double salt is formed by two simple salt, and in between the two simple salt, combination reaction takes place. Combination reaction means two reactant will give one product. That is combination reaction. In mixed salt, it may contain two or more acidic as well as basic radical. Like say many examples are given. Sodium silver cyanide, sodium zincate. Zincate to you have studied, that is amphoteric metal, sodium zincate. So this sodium zincate contains simple ion, that is Na plus, and ZnO2 minus ion, that is complex ion. And we have discussed earlier also that all the complex ions are formed by two simple ions. The zincate is formed by Zn2 plus and O2 minus. Clear? Tetraamine copper sulfate. It contains acidic as well as basic property. Clear to everyone? Now complex salt. In complex salt, the term saturation is required. Saturation means the salt having tendency to dissolve, more solute at particular fixed temperature. Suppose temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, the solution is having tendency to dissolve only the fixed amount of solute. Take an example, suppose we are having glass at room temperature. In that we are adding 2 spoons of sugar. We'll stir it, it will dissolve. Again we'll add 2 spoons sugar, again we'll stir it and it will dissolve. But after that if we'll add more, it will not dissolve. Why it is so? Because all the intermolecular space in water molecule that is already occupied by sugar particles, and these particles helps to form saturated solution. Is that clear to everyone? So this is all about the salt, types of salt. Clear? Generally, salt is of 6 types: normal salt, acidic salt, basic salt, double salt, mixed salt, complex salt. Okay? But only 3, that is a normal one, acidic one, and basic one, we have to study according to syllabus. For double salt, mixed salt, and complex salt. General idea. Suppose Mohr salt is there. While seeing Mohr salt, while seeing the formula of Mohr salt, we can recognize that this one is double salt. Why it is so? Because it is formed by ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate. Now the question arises, how these salts are generally neutral? Because after neutralization reaction will get salt. So how these two salts will react with each other? Just by providing medium that is aqueous, means we are adding water in it. Clear? So we'll write dot H2O, and these water molecules are physically combined water molecule present in the particular salt. What about mixed salt? In case of mixed salt, either basic radicals are 2 in number or acidic radicals are 2 in number. Clear? Like sodium potassium carbonate, that is NaKCO3. Okay, this sodium potassium carbonate contain 2 different basic radical. One is sodium, the other one is potassium, and only one acidic radical, that is carbonate. Bleaching powder, calcium oxychloride, CaOCl2. It contains 2 base acidic radical. One is OCl minus, the other one is Cl minus. One is oxychloride, the other one is chloride, with only one basic radical, that is calcium. So if such type of salt will get, it means the particular salt is mixed salt. What about complex salt? That is formed by the saturated solution of simple salt followed by crystallization. Getting my point? Simply will add it in water, will prepare saturated solution, that does not leads to formation of salt. When we'll crystallize it, after raising temperature, when we'll crystallize, then only we are able to produce complex salt. Is that clear to everyone? So that's all for today's. If you are having any doubt, you can please. Anyone having any doubt, please raise your hand. No one. I think few sections, 10K and B students, you all will get your copy back today. So please write the definition of salt and the classification of salt, that is acid, normal and basic salt. Clear? Write the difference between acidic salt and normal salt, as well as with normal salt and basic salt. Clear? No need to write anything related to double salt, mixed salt, complex salt, because all these salts are not included in your syllabus. Just for general idea we have discussed. Okay? From next class onwards, we'll study the solubility of metallic salt. But before that, please make sure whatever the doubt related to salt is clear. Okay? Okay. And one more thing, I think you all are having lab manual, every student? Yes, na? Lab manual. So we'll discuss, and very soon I think we'll upload today or tomorrow. I'll upload one PDF that you have to write in lab manual. But before that, I'll discuss, then you write. Okay? Clear? Any doubt to anyone? So that's all for today. Thank you.